Fannie Willis is probably celebrating the victory that she got, because while she didn't get a conviction on Thug or conviction on Gunna, who are like, the two biggest artists of the situation, they have fully dismantled YSL as what people know it as. Whether that's a gang, whether that's a record label, or anything else, they've dismantled it. Now, recently, Thug has been taking a stance. He's taking a strong stance against Gunna, even though anything that Gunna did wasn't used, in the prosecution against Thug. His name never really came up that I remember, other than the fact that when Brian Still asked, could Thug work with him still, because he was signed to his label. And we were all confused by that, but I get it now, right? Like there had to be some sort of dialogue when he came home to get him off the label, or whatever the case may be. Gunna, since he's been home, has dropped numerous albums. His last one went #1 on the hip hop and R&B charts. It was #3 overall, but it went #1 on the hip hop and R&B charts on Billboard. He's had multi-platinum singles. Tons of things have changed for him because he's dedicated his time strictly to music. With Thug, not so much the same. We got Supreme Clientele 2. The first one came out 25 years ago. We about to get NBA 2K26. We got the undefeated Jordan 4s. We got so many things, but we still haven't gotten Thug's album. One thing Thug has been extremely vocal about is his stance on rats. Now, one thing that I don't play on this channel is I'm not coming on here to, jump into the trap Laura Ross or the no jumper bag as far as like breaking down the paperwork line by line and calling people and who said what about who. But I do want to pay attention to the optics because, like I said, perception is destroying reality. Thug's perception is changing. It's going to change with the people. And the reason being is because most things that we think are black and white, there's a lot of gray area in them. It's a lot of gray area. But when that gray area is focused on somebody else, it don't work the same way for the other person. You know what I'm saying? The people that Thug caters to as far as his fan base, right? I'm not going to say they don't care, but he's trained his audience over the years. Remember when he did $1 million worth of game, he said he had a rat detector, he could tell and all of that, and he knew who was doing what and who was working and all this other stuff. It's like he could almost tell it, and you had people in the room co-signing that, like, yeah, he do, My question is, right, my question for all of that, for the people who feel so strong about this topic, what is it worth? What is it worth? Honestly, what is it worth? Because now we're in a space where the perception is shifted. So Thug had an interrogation video, and these things are not leaked. I want people to stop believing that they're leaks. I want people to understand that the same way that rappers play internet games, personalities play internet games, civilians play internet games, so do the police, so do law enforcement. If the law enforcement see you every day talking a certain way and they got something that they feel says otherwise about your character, about your morals, about anything you stand for, oh, they got the footage. You know what I'm saying? They got the content. You know how them niggas be talking. They got the footage. And here's an excerpt. Let's call it an excerpt of the tape.
Motherfucker Wayne from New Orleans. I'm from Atlanta. This was in Atlanta and I was in New Orleans. I said, what the fuck? That was so weird. This fucking man shot at this to us. Honestly, I don't know who the fuck did it. They said Roscoe, but I don't wanna block out y'all case by saying Roscoe didn't do that. And knowing Roscoe, man, that man a fucking scrub. That fool. I'm like, you shot at somebody, bro? But I don't fucking know, because every day nigga broke a fucking ball. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Now, this tape is think 2 hours long. I'm not listening to that for that long. But there are other moments where he talks about Roscoe as to, you know, his relationship with him or whatever. Like he said there, he talks about Birdman. He talks about Lil Wayne a little bit more. He talks about songs that Wayne has done in talking about going at Birdman. Now, everybody knows that it's public knowledge, it's public record. Everybody knows that, you know, Wayne's tour bus was shot up and it was done by the guy Roscoe, right? Now, again, we on here because my goal with doing the episode talking about this situation is to point out how silly this whole culture of this shit looks. Because when things backfire, again, when things backfire, it ain't as sweet, it ain't as sexy, it don't look the same, it don't feel the same. But perception can be swayed very, very, very easily. Now, what is a rat? What is a snitch? To my understanding, from what I've always known, is a person who partakes in street activity, right? Whether you a gangbanger, a criminal, anything you do that the law is not supposed to know about. And at the point where you get in trouble, you provide information, right? You provide information to law enforcement so that you can save yourself or reduce your situation or get yourself out of the way, right? Basically throwing somebody under the bus or in front of the bus. Now, there's a lot of opinions being shared regarding how people feel about this Thug shit because, again, Thug is taking such a strong stance. My only problem with this whole thing in its totality is seeing black men crash out on other black men and not being able to resolve problems with critical thinking as opposed to just going what everybody else is going to say. You should feel no need. I think personally, right? Like, you should feel no need to have to justify your actions or how you feel about anything it is you want to do if you are a grown man or woman, right? Like, you have to be accountable for your actions, whether you right or wrong. You should stand in or stand next to your actions, whether you right or wrong. And if the point comes where you decide you still want to work with somebody or you still want to be associated with somebody, regardless to how everybody might feel, you should be able to do that. Now, me, I'm going to take the route of this, and I don't care what a motherfucker say. I'm not in the street. I'm not in the street at all. Please don't get it twisted and think that, oh, Wayno, because he look a certain way or he come from a certain place that he's in the streets. I don't partake in any street activity, no illegal activity, none of that. I work, I be with my family, you know what I'm saying? I handle business. I travel when I got to for work. I do what I got to do for me and mines. Aside from that, I be in the gym, you know what I'm saying? If I'm not in the gym, I'm working on myself, you know what I'm saying? Or doing things that I like to do. Thus, why I feel like a lot of this shit is dumb. You know what I mean? That's why I feel like a lot of this stuff is dumb. Well, that's just how I feel about the situation. But there's a lot of chime-ins. And one of the people who chimed in is YSL Mondo. Now, YSL Mondo was one of the people during the trial who said that he was like a founder of YSL. Thug was his man. They started together. He was around him when he first started rapping. They known each other for a long, long time. Let's watch what he has to say.
A nigga just beat a motherfucking a Rico. Nigga come home, still talking about, oh, nigga ratted, nigga a rat, nigga da-da-da. Bro, that's God. That ain't nothing but God biting you back in your ass, bro. Cause you probably been thankful that you just beat a life sentence in a Rico and came home and minded your business and been humble. But instead, you still coming out pushing the rat narrative, bro, and all that, this, that, and the third. Now look, he came back and bought your bitch in the ass. But that ain't the key. The thing is, too, though, he brainwashed people. He still got motherfuckers on the bitch talking about, and y'all heard it with y'all own ears. You got motherfuckers talking about AI, it did that and the third, and oh, he ain't rat on nobody. Bro, if you sit down with 12 and bust out and say these words, if y'all talking about a nigga like Gunner Radis from saying, yes, ma'am, you mean to tell me this not making a nigga a rat by saying shit? They said Roscoe shot the bus up. And then a nigga like Roscoe did 10 years behind this shit, and you just got on the internet talking about a nigga didn't rat on you? Boy, your ass so brainwashed, it's sickening. Y'all niggas need daddy figures, and y'all niggas be sitting back waiting on something good, waiting on something to happen. Like, yeah, I'm gonna stick around. Maybe a nigga put me on. Maybe a nigga I can get some out of nigga or something. Did that. Like, it's so gay and weird to me. But y'all be coming on y'all be on my ass about being a real nigga. Rich, I'm not studying the internet, but I'm just letting y'all know how brainwashed and weird the world and the internet is, y'all. Come on, my brother. Roscoe, you the worstest. Twin, you worse than the rat itself. You did 10 years, twin, behind this shit. Roscoe, you did 10 years behind it, brother. And you just come on the internet and say a nigga didn't tell on you when everybody just heard this man say your name a few times? You feel me? Hey, bro, my kids are hungry. My light's finna get cut off. I'm finna get put out. Can you help me? I bet y'all can't even call Buddy phone, but y'all happened to y'all today, a nigga wouldn't even give a damn. Y'all have to start a GoFundMe. I seen a lot of y'all niggas, I hate to say it like this, a lot of people have died who I thought had a little something going and had to go GoFundMe. That's not cool, y'all. That's embarrassing. Y'all be on these motherfuckers around rich niggas, around these rap niggas and shit like that. Something happen to you. You start a GoFundMe. Your people gotta go start a GoFundMe. Like, bro, y'all niggas are so weird, bro. Y'all niggas, this shit is weird, bro. We need to start talking like, y'all niggas is really, like, gay, bro. That's gay to me, twin. Y'all niggas are sitting back waiting to be took care of like how a bitch, you know how bitches be out here scouting for niggas who got money? Y'all niggas out here scouting for niggas who got money, so hoping and praying that they gonna take care of y'all like a bitch. That's what hoes do, twin. Bitches do that. Thought bitches. Y'all niggas are new thoughts. Y'all niggas on this internet are the new thoughts. Facts. Y'all niggas are the new thoughts. And then you had a nerd talking about Rollo and this, that, and the third. Rollo taking care of his community. Rollo building. What y'all niggas done did for the community? I ain't seen y'all niggas at no schools. Y'all niggas doing shit like that because you on community service and shit. Y'all got to do that. Niggas like me walking into schools because I want to do that. Niggas like my boy Takeoff. Man, do it. Look like I give a damn about being left all bad and bougie, man.
See, there was one point in time where when rappers went to prison or when they was in jail, when they was incarcerated for time, we were able to get some sort of dialogue from them through an interview, a real interview, through music, some music that was descriptive, through actions, you know what I'm saying? Now, Thug had just recently done something with Wallow. And when he did, you know what he did with Wallow, he was at a day detention center, I believe. He was there with guys that was the ages 16 to 24 about them changing their lives and all that. And I said, yo, this is gonna seem performative to people. The reason why it's gonna seem performative is the simple fact that we get this from you every now and then, but we always get a tweet about some street shit, even though you're supposed to stay fully out of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they banned him from going to his neighborhood, and his dad expressed his distaste for that. Other people who are associated with him, how can he make a change in his community when he can't go to the community? Well, how much of the changes do you think Thug would be making if he was to be able to go to his community when he does what he does on social media? Now, this is the problem. Social media, y'all is too accessible. Like earlier when I brought up Gunna, the thing that Gunna do is he posts his pictures, he posts his music, stay out the way. He posts his albums, he tours, he does his appearances, don't do no interviews. And we understand why he don't do no interviews, because he's not at a place where I feel like he's comfortable to have a full, honest conversation about everything that's transpired. And by the time he gets to that place, he gonna do it how he feels like doing it. But this situation, the reason why it's dumb is because this is how I feel. As black men, y'all want to play all these politics, right? Y'all want to play into all of these politics and all this stuff about the codes and the politics of the streets and all that. And y'all don't even know how to politic your neighborhoods. Y'all don't know how to run your neighborhoods. Y'all don't know how to build new economic systems in your neighborhoods. We talk about prison reform and all of that. What about economic reform? What about education reform? What about helping these young kids not make the mistakes that you made, not only by sitting here and, you know what I mean, doing community service every now and then, but fully denouncing the bullshit that you tied to that get these kids caught up. Because when y'all leave and y'all go to your nice mansions and your nice cars and all of that, people are still hurting. People still in the ruts. People still in the gutter. You feel me? But now, all of this is taking on a life of itself, because this is what Roscoe, you know what I mean, had to say in the defense of Thug.
What way to break it down?